This episode of the Totally Rad Show is brought to you by Netflix. Coming up, it's time once again to find out what else is on our radar this week.
Totally Rad Show.
All right, everybody, we are back with On My Radar. This is a little segment we like to do where we get to sort of fold in like a very soft omelet.
Ooh, a delicious
The things
omelet.
that I had breakfast for dinner tonight, just saying, it's on my brain. Turkey bacon and some poached eggs. Hey, it's on my radar. So we're gonna find out what's on everybody's radar. Shall we start? Let's start. Jeffrey, what's on your radar?
I got a couple of iOS things that are on my radar this week. The first of which I hope you guys have played, although maybe not because it is crack cocaine. It is addictive and it is one of my favorite iOS games ever already.
Wow, all right, I'm excited.
It is called Puzzlecraft. Knowing nod from the Trachtenberg.
I've not tried.
It's everything I love.
It looked like.
You remember how much I loved Triple Town?
Yeah, I almost.
It's Triple Town with substance.
But Triple Town was
Triple
free.
Town?
This is 99
That's
cents.
99 cents. Yeah.
How does it? What's the thing? What's
So
the
you
puzzle?
so
craft?
I was gonna talk about Puzzlecraft, and you were gonna go, yeah, it's Triple Town. I've been there, done that. But it's something
No,
else.
it's Triple Town with depth.
What's
Okay.
Triple Town
So
or what is puzzle
Triple
craft?
Town, it was on my radar a long time ago, and which is a match 3 game where you're sort of constructing a city by matching 3. But the process of playing Triple Town is you sit down, you play a game of it, you go as long as you can, you get as many points as you can, you're done. This game takes that sort of match 3 mechanic, although it even flips that on its head a little and does some interesting things there. But basically what you're doing is you're constructing a city that is persistent, that is your city, that you can build certain things in certain places, and in order to accrue, you gotta farm to get food, in order to feed your guys to go into the mine, to get resources to then build houses and towns and certain things that give you different kinds of workers, so it's that. It's got that thing that I love. It's kind of like a board game, that's kind of like a civilization builder kind of thing. But the way you go and do all those things, the way you farm, is this great match 3 grid thing. But it's not just match 3, it's like you draw a line to as many of them as you can, and at certain thresholds of them in a row, you get them turning into the upgraded thing of the next level. So for example, like wheat, when you're farming, you can do a bunch of wheat that'll turn into like a tree if you do enough of them, or it'll turn into a chicken, and then you can do 3 chickens, and you can then buy certain augmentations that allow that to happen more frequently, like hire workers, or you can like buy a rake, which will just rake up all the leaves on your level. So you can use resources to buy.
Interesting.
Awesome.
So it sounds like what Puzzle Quest did for RPGs, which is an RPG, but the combat is puzzles. It's that for like a Sim City or something, where it's like it's
Yes.
Sim City, build your city, but
Farmville,
or
Tiny
Farmville,
It
Builder.
is
but
so
everything
awesome.
is
Yeah.
So let me do my
Smart.
second one real quick.
Yeah,
This will
yeah.
be faster.
puzzles.
I don't know if I ever,
Puzzlecraft.
Puzzlecraft. How much I ever told you guys about, my original dream was not original, but when I was in high school, what I thought I wanted to do with my life was special effects. I thought I wanted to get into special effects. And that's why I entered college as a computer science major and thought I was going to try to, I did a internship at PDI, Pacific Data Images, which is like the guys that did the original like Michael Jackson morphing thing.
Cool.
I was really, really into it. And the magazine that I read religiously, because it is by far the best magazine on special effects in the world, Cinefex. Cinefex magazine has just been released on the iPad. I love Cinefex. I collect them. I have a huge collection of Cinefex magazines. They're awesome. I got into them in the era when it was all about like build a model and do makeup and stuff like that. Now it's all digital stuff, obviously. But
like Fangoria and stuff like that back in the day.
Right, but this is much denser,
Yeah.
much denser, and it is sort of the premier, like, real information, not sort of fan service.
Right,
It's
yeah.
technical.
I was at a company that had a big movie, and they were upset that they didn't make the cover of Cinefex. They got beat out by someone else.
So one of the best things about this app
Yeah.
One of the just pure reason to download it alone, because the app is free. Each issue is $5. But you can download the app and browse through all the covers of every Cinefex magazine.
wow.
Cinefex magazine has some of the best covers ever. They always pick an awesome effects moment, and it's a picture from a movie that you know, but it's a picture no one else picks. It's never ever the iconic image from that movie. It's
not a press shot.
it's always
Yeah,
an
it's an
amazing
awesome
effects
shot.
moment
Yeah,
that you remember that is specific. Anyway, it's on the iPad. It's cool, and it's even cooler that it adds video. So there's little video segments in an article where usually you have a bunch of pictures and information about that. You can click on a video and it'll show you like different effects passes of something.
Do you pay
iteration.
per issue?
You pay per issue. It's $4.99, which is the same price as the cover price, I believe. Actually, I think cover price is even more. So I think cover price is like $7.99 if I'm not mistaken. But highly recommended.
Interesting. Dan Trachtenberg,
Wait,
my friend.
Puzzlecraft, do you play on your iPad or your iPhone?
iPad. I haven't played on my iPhone yet, but it's available for both.
Yeah.
It's a Magic app. What is that called?
It's a
Universal
with a plus.
app.
Yeah.
It's a magic app.
Magic app.
What's up, Dan?
With all the games that we've been playing this past couple weeks, I have found time to play yet another game. I told you guys I was going to play it. It's called Transformers: Fall of Cybertron.
Fall of Cybertron. And what do you think? What's your verdict?
It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Interesting.
First of all, yeah. So you're playing on Cybertron.
He had me at first of all.
See, this is exactly what I was turned off about.
Yeah.
Because you're playing like the weird sci-fi version of all the trucks and shit, not the cool Earth versions, right?
Yes, but don't you feel like we've seen 3, as I think movie-wise, Transformers 4 might happen.
The movies are terrible.
Wouldn't that be cool if we saw the freaking badass war that was happening on the other planet? A reason why they came here? It's awesome. Yeah, you do. You do want to see that. Come on.
You do.
If your
Wait,
problems
you know
with
what? Now that he says that, I thought I didn't, and then he said, "Yeah, I do," and I was like, "Yeah, I do."
You're right.
Yeah, I do.
No.
I was like, "You're looking into my soul."
When you put it that way.
Everything is heightened. The score is rousing, much like the score for the movies. And every character, it's just a really unique third-person shooter. Does not operate the way other shooters operate. It doesn't operate just like Gears of War or anything else. Transforming on the fly. Big, awesome weapons that do cool things.
Metroplex in it.
Yeah, Metroplex. You're like targeting things with you own Metroplex.
When I was a kid, loved him.
Wow.
I don't think I had Metroplex, but I always try to figure this out. I always forget. It's the guy with the moon base guy.
No, Metroplex was
I know.
transferred into 3 things.
Yeah, I didn't have him, but I had the moon base.
Anyway, it's just massive in the way that God of War is massive, but instead of mythology, it's giant robots, and the fact that you're playing all the different Transformers throughout the game, so the skills that you're using are always changing. You're leveling up weapons and things, and things of this nature. Every time I say, I can't get
Say the word things.
I know, I get Schwarzenegger in my head.
That, some of these things.
So it's fantastic, guys. It's a really freaking awesome game. It's crazy that this. So it's not really a movie property. It's like Darksiders in a way. Darksiders 2. It's as unique as that.
It's not sort of Gears of War with.
No, it's not like Gears. There's no cover. There's no stamina cover, and the fact that you can turn into your vehicle on the fly, and then I haven't gotten to the level where I turn into as a Starscream. But
you play a bunch of different characters, right?
Throughout the whole, that's what I'm saying. Throughout the whole game, you're constantly changing which Transformer you're controlling. So
it's awesome.
But you're Optimus, and he's the same Peter Cullen, and it's like, oh my God, it's so epic.
Yeah.
It's so on 11. It's great. Yeah.
I follow that.
I'm going to follow that with a little movie that I saw, 35,000 feet. It's called Father of Invention.
Oh.
It totally slipped by me. I'd never heard of it. It's a Kevin Spacey's Trigger Street film, which is Kevin Spacey playing basically Ron Popeil, a sort of pitchman.
You have me already.
No, but
how did I not know about this
literally
movie?
starts with him inventing a ab rocker that changes the channel on your TV, and people got really lazy and would stick their fingers in there, and then their fingers would get chopped off, so he goes to prison for 8 years.
Oh.
So literally the movie starts with him, and it literally starts with like, isn't this great? As the credits roll, 8 years later, and he comes out of prison and he looks like a hobo and he's like trying to get his life back together.
That's not actually. I don't know about right. It's not.
No, I don't think it was based on a true story.
Dude, you know what happened when we put Ron Popeil in prison? We set him and we forgot him.
But it's a great little indie film. It's a great little indie film about life and what is actually important, and also inventing in a weird way. And you know, he goes through this process where every once in a while he notices somebody who has no finger, and he's like,
I did
that to that person. It's freaking amazing.
That's awesome.
It's really funny and really fun. Craig Robinson's in it, and Virginia Madsen's
Was it ever
in
released in theaters?
It must have been, but I
released.
slipped right past me.
Slipped right
But
past me,
I
too.
got to see it, and it's definitely worth a watch. I had a great time on the airplane with it. So, Father of Invention, what up? All right, people, those are the things that are on our radar. Now you know. Boop, boop, boop. All right, everybody, be sure to stick around. We're going to be answering one of your Twitter questions right after this. But first, we want to thank our sponsor, Dan Trachtenberg.
Netflix.
What?
Oh, here it comes.
Netflix is the world's leading internet subscription service for enjoying movies and TV programs with 26 million members.
That's a lot of million.
Members
of
can
millions.
instantly watch thousands of titles on a vast array of streaming devices like your Xbox 360, your PS3, your Nintendo Wii, all the Apple devices, your Kindle, your Nook. As a Netflix member, you can instantly watch as many movies as you want, or TV shows, anytime you want, for one low monthly price. There are no late fees or due dates. I highly recommend a documentary that is on Netflix Instant. I thought I hadn't seen it, and then I started watching it, and I was like, I did. So I clicked it up, and I put on more Dawson's Creek. But that documentary is, because that's how easy it is to swap from a movie to a TV show. That documentary is called Zombie Girl. It's a
Documentary about zombie girls?
It's a young girl.
True? They're real?
I think.
Dude, confirming that zombie girls are real?
Zombie Girl is real. Emily Haggins, many people probably know her from the blogosphere, just know about her because she, as a 12-year-old girl, and a cool kind of championed her.
zombie.
She made a zombie movie. She directed a zombie movie at 12 or even younger than that.
It's different than what I was thinking.
And has now just directed a vampire movie.
So it's sort of like the Indiana Jones kids.
like that. A lot
Yeah.
like that, yes. But
Except these ones are
except that
undead.
This
Right, and original.
And then this My Sucky
chick
Teen
can't be
Romance
killed.
is her next movie that is actually kind of being released. So it's a really interesting documentary about this girl and a lot of.
Well, how would I go to sign up for one of these?
So
amazing
right,
ship chaps.
as a new member and a TRS viewer, you can get a free 30-day trial membership.
What?
Go to netflix.com/TRS and sign up.
Perfect. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Ah.
Join us tomorrow for another round of Versus.
Today's Twitter question sent in with the hashtag TRSQ is from Elo Chigato at
Mr. Roboto.
Elo Chigato. A line in a movie song movie/song that speaks to you. For me, Rush's Farewell.
Free will.
Or Free Will, well, whatever. If you choose not to decide / you still have made a choice.
What's the next line?
Which, by the way, that's an old Chinese proverb, I think.
Nice.
Indecision is
There's
a decision.
so many in this. I mean, there's so
Wide
many.
world that we have here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I
Do or do
will
not, there's no
refer
try.
you to the oeuvre of the Beatles, and I mean, there's a million. The song, I mean, that's what all the songs are, is
Yeah.
when they speak to me.
I don't
have
know,
that here.
yeah.
My
So
my
many.
favorite line in a movie my go-to line I say quite often is from Magnolia, of course, and the good book says, "You may be done with the past, but the past ain't done with you."
Nice.
I love the line from Manhattan, one of my favorite movies, a Woody Allen movie, where he says, "Talent is luck. The only important thing in life is courage."
And
Interesting.
Alex,
I don't know if I can pull one out of my oeuvre.
I'm gonna need a bigger boat.
I think I'm gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, I mean, there's tons. There you go.
All right, there we have it.
Thank you,
Hello, Cogato.
Elo Cogato.